up, everyone? It is Anthony from Heroes of Phantom, and today let's compare the LED drivers of Kamen Rider Revice. Both very, very beautiful. I do have both of them because that's you know how we do things here on Heroes of Phantom. We just kind of buy almost everything. I was gonna say everything, but almost everything. And before we take a look at the actual toys, because we will be playing with the actual toys in this video to see the kind of the differences, the overall differences, we're gonna first take a look at like the information for both of these drivers, specifically the selling price. So here, the Demon's Driver sold at 11,000 yen on Premium Bandai. If we go to the Vail Driver, it is 13,750 yen. Now, there are reasons why these are the prices that they are. And I think the main reason why the Vail / Destream Driver is more expensive is because, oh, I mean, look at all the stuff it comes with. Like, yeah, I mean, come on, look at all that. Look at all that. That's a lot of stuff compared to the Demon's Driver. Let's take a look at what they come with. So you get the Demon's Driver here, as well as the very beautiful Spider Vice stamp. So yeah, you get these two things. You get the driver and a vice stamp, like pretty standard stuff. Oh, of course you get like the holsters and everything too, like that's pretty standard. But if we take a look at the Vail Driver, you also get, yes, like the holsters and whatever, the strap and everything. You get the Vail Driver, which is, oh my god, I love this thing. You get the Destream unit, which is pretty much two pieces that you put onto this thing to make the Destream Driver, and two vice stamps, one for each rider. So one for Kamen Rider Vail and one for Kamen Rider Destream. Now, however, if you did order this within a certain period of time, you were able to get the Komodo Dragon vice stamp, which is right there. So that was kind of just an add-on if you purchase this thing in a certain amount of time. And honestly, this price is probably adding that anyways. Like, they advertise the Komodo Dragon vice stamp as free, but like they probably factored into this price already. So you're not really getting it for free, and then if you didn't get this within that certain amount of time and you didn't get the Komodo Dragon vice stamp, well, then you just missed out on the Komodo Dragon vice stamp and you just pay extra for everything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's factored into that price. But honestly, even though it is factored into that price, like considering how much vice stamps by themselves are, like that, like this price isn't bad for what you're getting. Like, you're getting a good amount of stuff. The same with the Demon's Driver. I mean, with the amount of things that you're getting, I mean, it's, you know, we'll talk about it more. So I'm gonna kind of go through some of the descriptions of both of these drivers, of both of these listings. Just kind of like the most important points. For example, here we got this is the Demon's Driver listing. It's equipped with 64 LEDs. That's important. That's important to know. I don't think that is mentioned in the Destream one. I don't see that it says the amount of LEDs in this thing. I would imagine it's the same amount though. Let's go back to the Demons one. So yeah, okay, so it's just kind of going through like kind of the basics, what it does. You use the Spider Vice stamp, it activates, you know, that specific sound for the Spider Vice stamp. And this thing can memorize 4 vice stamps at a time, which is great. If we go to the Destream / Vail Driver, yeah, I mean, pretty much more or less the same. I mean, it does mention that we do have voice recordings from both Vail and Genta, and there are a lot. There are a lot of voice recordings in this driver. Actually, I'm gonna have to shout out some comments for helping me like understand what this thing does, but this is in the comment section of my Vail / Destream Driver unboxing. If you haven't checked that out already, please go check that out right up there. But yeah, this is from Gospel on I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this name, but they say the Vail driver has 24 voice phrases in the driver. You press and hold the driver and has 3 voice effects. First one is the laugh, second one is when Vail acts angry, and there's a third one that they don't remember. But the Destream Driver has 16 voice phrases from the show, movie not included. So, well, that's interesting. That's interesting that they put that in there. Okay, so that's cool. And thank you to Aro Ray for telling me about these 4 separate henshin sequences. So basically one for the Hercules Vice Stamp, one for the 10 main Vice Stamps, which that one I didn't know about. One for the upgrade Vice Stamps, and one for, you know, the other ones. So that's yeah, especially the one with the 10 main Vice Stamps. I did not know that, so thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so now that we read some information about each of them, let's actually try both of them out and see the differences are firsthand. Hey, look, toys! So we got our Demons and Vail / Destream drivers here, but first, before we even take a look at the actual toys, maybe, just maybe, we need to take a look at some packaging. I don't know, maybe some people are curious about, like, the differences of the packaging. I don't know. I mean, it might be an important factor when, you know, purchasing these things. I don't know. I mean, I do like my boxes, you know. If you feel the Demons Driver one, it's a very nice... I don't even know how to describe this one. It's a nicer feeling. It's very smooth. Just very nice to touch. Yeah, definitely not your typical... like the typical plastic or cardboard, I guess, that they use for, you know, the regular toys, the regular DX toys. This is a, what is this? Is this matted? Is this like a matte finish or something? I don't know. I don't know the correct term for it. On the other hand, this one is basically just your typical kind of feel. Like, it's just a typical cardboard that the other DX toys use, you know, the ones that are retail. So yeah, no special feeling there, but it still looks cool. I mean, they both look cool. So the Demons Driver obviously is like a very spooky feeling, you know, it's got like a very dark tone to it with a very, you know, demonic looking font there, and then very simple on the back. We got just the Vail eyes and this spider motif going on all around. On the other hand, this one is more vibrant. At least this side is. It's very more vibrant, very blue. And then on the top, we got both of the riders. On the back, still more vibrant than the Demons Driver one. It's very red. You got Kamen Rider Vail here. So if we're comparing these two things, just like the packaging on their own, I would say, honestly, the Demons Driver one is cooler. I really like that they're doing up the spider motif here. It's very creepy looking, but very cool. And I just really like the finishing on this. So there's that. Those are the packaging. Oh, and I guess, I don't know if you want to see this packaging for the Komodo Dragon Vice stamp. Not that it's just black and white. So let's get into these drivers. So both drivers take the same amount of batteries. They both take 4, is it the double A battery, triple A battery, the bigger ones. I don't remember what's what. But it takes 4 of them. As you can see, they look very, 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 very similar. Essentially a repaint, but slight differences. The colors are for the most part inverted. You got the red pad here as opposed to the black. And then we got the black, kind of black plastic here. We got the red plastic here. So it's almost inverted colors. For the screens, the Demons Driver has a silver border, while the Vail Driver has like a gold bronze-ish. I think, yeah, it's more bronze, I guess, border. The biggest difference here is the sides. The sides here. I didn't even realize this until I actually had held this in my hands, that these sides were different. So these sides are different compared to the Demons one. So the Demons one is kind of a little more basic, I would say. They're both the same. These guys, it's very, you know, symmetrical. Both are the same kind of plastic piece going on there. While the Vail Driver has this kind of, it reminds me exactly of like Kamen Rider Vail, like kind of his armor piece here, which looks pretty cool. So we got the brown piece here, and then we got a different brown piece on this side. Neither of these are the same, so they're obviously they're not the same pieces on either side, and they are also not the same as the Demons Driver. So they're completely new pieces that they stuck on there, just because, you know, they have to have these attachment pieces or these ports for the Destream unit. So you cannot put the Destream unit on your Demons Driver. Although that'd be really cool if someone was able to do that. Like if someone was able to, like, you know, kind of I don't know, do something with the Demons Driver so that the so that the Destream unit can fit on this. Like that would be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Now the on and off switches are the same. They're both on the back. However, well, let's turn on the Demons Driver. Very cool. Now if you want to activate the Vail Driver, you got to push the screen down and turn it on. So when it does that, it's very similar to the Demons Driver as far as like the animation of the LED lights turning it on. However, if you do the Destream Driver, you don't have to press anything down, and the animation is very different. But for now, let's stick with the Vail Driver mode, like such. Now, I'm not going to go through like all of the features of these drivers. I have videos of both these drivers on the channel, so please go check those out if you haven't already. I'm going to go through some of them. So first, let's transform. So we're going to take our Spider Vice Stamp and Kabuto Vice Stamp, and we're going to transform. Let's do it at the same time. Can we do that? Ooh. Okay. So from right off the bat, different colored lights. Oh my gosh, yeah, so, yeah, the animations are very similar when you henshin and whatnot. Of course, the standby sounds are going to be different. They're different drivers, so they're going to have different standby sounds. The Vail Driver one is very, like, kind of like has like an orchestra feel to it, where the Demons Driver is, like, very, like, kind of creepy. So the Demons Driver has a few different things that it could do. So, of course, it can do a couple of special attacks, and of course you can do genomics. So like we mentioned earlier, this can read up to 4 Vice Stamps and memorize up to 4 Vice Stamps, which is cool, very nice. Let's try some out. We're gonna try the Hercules Beetle Vice Stamp. And let's try Kabuto. So as you can see, I just showed off 2 Vice Stamps, but it could read up to 4. I did think about this a lot, and I thought about how the Demons Driver is kind of reliant on some special Vice Stamp selection sets. For example, we had Vice Stamp Selection 3, which came with these two, this one for Over Demons, and this one, which is the Amalama Ding Dong. That is exactly how you say that name. Hey, Hey, you know, I'm just saying. But here, yeah, especially the Over Demons one, you can activate the Over Demons sound in this thing because, you know, Over Demons uses this driver, of course. So let's try it out. So there you go, we got Over Demons there. And then also we had Vice Stamp Selection 1 that came with 3 of these Showa era riders, Rider Vice Stamps I should say. These don't really do anything like special, but they are used by demons mostly in the show, so they're pretty much kind of specific to the Demon's driver. Of course you can use these with other drivers, but yeah, they're advertised as to be specific for the Demon's driver, but they don't necessarily do anything special. Like if you were to compare this one and say the Hercules Beetle Vice Stamp, like they'll pretty much do the same thing. Let's move on to the Vail driver, because the Vail driver itself doesn't have as much, I think, as the Demon's driver. Now, this does have a ton of voice phrases like mentioned earlier, and let's check out some of those. I like that one, that's cool. Ton of voice phrases, so that's all coming from Vail, and it's interesting that Vail is technically in both of these drivers. But yeah, so you get that. That's like the bulk of the sounds from the Vail driver, honestly. As the Destream Driver, that's a different story. But yeah, so basically, you know, you got your typical sounds and stuff. As the Vail driver, though, it does not read up to 4 Vice Stamps. It cannot memorize up to 4 Vice Stamps. It has your special attacks and whatnot. However, when you go into the Destream Driver, that's when things get interesting. So we're gonna put on the Destream unit, even though you don't really need to. You don't really need to in order to activate the Destream Driver sounds, and I cannot, why can't I put this, there you go. The Destream unit, the Destream Driver unit, I should say, is, you know, it's pretty much just a hollow plastic. It's not like, it's not heavy or anything. It's just a hollow plastic. It's nothing too special. It's pretty much just for looks. So we're gonna turn it on. There you go, we are on this Destream Driver, and we do have voice phrases from Genta. Haha! And so, yeah, this thing can read up to 4, and different Vice Stamps will do different things, like mentioned before. So, for example, when you put the Hercules Beetle, that is, you know, your typical henshin sound. And then when you put something in like one of the main 10 Vice Stamps, like the Eagle Vice Stamp, it will do something different. There's a different LED animation type of thing, and different sounds and whatnot. So yeah, basically when you henshin with different Vice stamps, then you'll get a different LED animation thing, whatnot. Let's try a power-up Vice stamp. I got the 50 Gale Vice stamp here. Go check out this video if you haven't already. I did a whole unboxing of this, but let's try this out. This is gonna be interesting. My 50 Gale Vibe stamp went off there, but yeah, so as you can see, different sounds, different lights, and let's just try one of the random ones. We can try the Komodo Dragon. So, there you go. And then, yeah, like I said, this thing can read up to 4 Vice stamps, just like the Demon's Driver can. So, final verdict. What does Anthony think? Which one is the more superior driver? In my opinion, and this is solely my opinion, I think the Vail and Destream Driver. Yeah, yeah, I think this one is the superior one. It feels like it does more, and I think it actually does do more. You got a bunch of voice phrases from the actors on the show. You got 2 modes essentially. You got a Vail driver mode and you got a Destream driver mode. It's 2 drivers in one. You get more things with it. Like, you just get more things. When you henshin, there's a lot of different sounds for, you know, depending on what Vice stamp you use. When it comes to the Demon's Driver, it feels like, to me at least, it feels like it's somewhat reliant on specific Vice stamp selection sets. Which, you know, I mean, they're both very reliant on Vice stamps. Totally, like, absolutely. But I don't know, for some reason, to me, like, that's just how I'm feeling about the Demon's Driver. I mean, I still love the Demon's Driver. These are, like, some of the best drivers I own. like absolutely. 1000%. I really like both of them. I think the price for both of them, I think, are fair. You got a bunch of LED lights in both of them. And they're just super fun, and you just get a bunch of different animations. You get like the mole kind of going up and down like that, and you know, you got like all the bugs crawling. At least they look like they're crawling. As far as how both of them look, I mean, I like them both. I can't really decide which color scheme I like more. You know, you got the Demon's Driver that's more, you know, simpler and darker, but then you got the more vibrant Vail / Destream Driver, so it's really hard to choose which one I like more as far as like the color scheme goes. But if I had to choose one overall to get, it would be the Vail and Destream Driver. Now, what do I think you should get? Now, that just depends on what you prefer. If you want something a little cheaper, of course the Demon's Driver is going to be your bet. If you want something more extravagant, then I think the Vail driver will do that for you. Especially if you want more Vice stamps, I think that will also be a good choice for you. It also depends on which character you like too. If you like Hiromi, which a lot of people love Hiromi, then you gotta have the Demon's Driver. Like, you absolutely have to. But of course Genta is also a fun character too, so yeah, then you'd have to get the Vail driver. Or if you want both, get both. Be like me and get both if you can. They're both really fun drivers at the end of the day, and I'm very, very happy to own them both. But thank you all so much, everyone, for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which ones do you have? Which one are you contemplating about getting? What do you think? Which one do you think is the better driver? Thank you all so much once again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Follow us on our social media down below. We also have a Discord, so flex your demons or Vail / Destream drivers. And we will see you all next time.